And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. In the last one, I recognized we do have a megafauna that we were trying to stop from spawning, but ended up spawning in the end anyway. Let's look at these units moving to get rid of it. In the meantime, I think we just confirm assignments, let some time pass. See if we can get back in some of these orbits that we were previously in. Think of a new station. Denying another station to the Protectorate, because we got to keep them out of the good old Earth orbit. Space dock. Admin node. Farm. LDA. Operation Center. And then I probably want Tier 3 labs. Let's grab the military ones. So, 1, 2, 3. And then enough power to power all of that. Yeah, that should work. And again, that'll give us more power, that'll give us a bigger bonus for researching various things. Okay, they've arrived at Bucharest.
Lending my expertise.
In Romania to deal with the megafauna. There we go. So we've got our nanofab back at Mercury. Now, the awkward thing here is... how do I want to get back into Mercury? Honestly, it'd probably be fastest just to found something at low. Assuming the humans don't come and hammer. Let's hope that they don't come and hammer that location. And then up here, we want 5 space works if we're going to get it to work. A solar farm to power that. At least 1 farm. LDA is a garrison. I don't have the battle station yet. Although we'd like the battle station here as well. Operation Center. We probably do want a nanofab in space here. So we'll need another place to power that. Not going to bother with the admin node yet. Is that the core stuff I want here for the moment? Solar farms to power it, space works, farm. Could technically put more farms in or upgrade the farms later. Yeah, I think that's the minimum we want there. So we'll see if that works. We'll put 1 at low, and then we'll put 1 at extreme. Where the extreme one will basically be doing the exact same thing, right? Oh, I accidentally clicked shipyards there, not Spaceworks. Manufacturing, farm, LDA, operations center, and then enough to power it, which is going to be like 2 solar farms. Yeah. And we'll see if either of those actually get to complete. Or if one of the human factions show up, or the alien faction shows up to load up.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
They're going for Miska Station, which is the low one. Okay, so the low one's going to go poof. There it goes.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
And yeah, they're going to go for the high one as well.
Target secured.
LZ is secure.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Few things clear your mind and focus your output as effectively as a sharp blast of cold. As a thank you for being part of our course, please enjoy a 25% discount on any of our in-home cryo chambers. Superior Judith Howell, welcome email to her Burn Brighter self-improvement course.
Okay, so there's the high temperature superconductors completed. And yeah, I think we want to follow that up maybe... Oh, that's a good question. Could do deuterium tritium. Did we have what we need for the magnetic nozzles? That's what we need for the magnetic nozzles. Do a push towards that? Or do we want to get guns and hope that the fission does what I want? Let's go coil guns. Again, this is another way to try to get the battleships to be a little bit more effective. Not the Tier 1 coil guns, but the Mark IIs are a little bit better than the Mark III railguns.
Reporting in. We'll make things safe.
Good EU stable.
We'll turn down the heat.
And then move
At
on to
your
something else.
service.
Okay, we weren't quite able to stop you from spawning, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, most of the territory over here looks clear. It might not be clear, but it looks clear. And yeah, the 6 of them are able to handle the 1 megafarm, so not going to worry too much about it. Confirm assignments and let time pass. Getting 8th of April will get us Focus National. 10th of March, which is sooner, will get us battle stations. It looks like we're set to have control at Advanced Fission. Maybe push that towards the magnetic nozzles after the Advanced Fission systems. Oh, that's not good. I don't have a response to that.
Lending my expertise.
There goes the LDA, so they're going to blow that base up. Foxtrot 350, so they're coming to the shipyard. Okay, we accept. I don't think the auto resolve is going to result as winning. We can hit the auto resolve and see. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. We're at least going to try to fight that battle. We are getting everything in at the start of this fight, which is a little interesting. High wall coming fast. Torpedoes away, and theory railguns firing. Although we may be not close enough yet for the railguns to fire. Yeah, all the torpedoes away. So this point the monitors are basically point events, a bunch of point events for the fight. The torpedoes don't do the work. So Torpedo's killed a few. So, better than the auto-resolve in that way, at least. We've got some secure kills here. I think we do have railgun rounds connecting with targets. Although, as you can see, not enough armor if they do go around for the flanks. Maybe if I wasn't planning on actually having these guys sitting this, or really planning on keeping these guys sitting in the station like we were, we should have really put more side armor on them. Yeah, I think it's the side armor that's going to do the battleships in. We had enough to at least take one of their battleships down. Although you can see what you're really going for with the rail cannons, right? If you can get enough going, they just tear through the PD, and then if they start hitting hard enough, they'll bring ships down. That's part of the reason you need armor on the ships that are carrying them, of course. Because you need your ships to live long enough. I think we only have one battleship with actual weapons. Yeah. They have active 40 mils. We'll tell them to do Guardian mode, so if the enemies get close enough for the 40 mils to do anything, we'll get them firing as well. Yeah, there's a little bit too much PD on that battleship with only one of my battleships working. Turn around, try to hit the Moon class. See if that has less PD. Only has one point defense laser turret, so might not have enough PD to handle the whole broadside of the one functioning battleship. Currently, the enemy commander wishes to end the battle. Not quite sure if that's in my best interest. I'd like to get some confirmed hits on this ship. Although it looks like we're not going to get through the PD there. Yeah, if they want to disengage, we'll let them disengage. Here we go. Brutal fight back and forth. We did get 1.9 exotics out of the fight. Okay, do resupplies as quickly as possible. Need to get the ammo back. Okay, you've resupplies, so you've got ammo, then go for a repair. 5.1 days. 12.3. Yeah, and there goes our place on Mercury. Oh, of course they hit the one with the nanofab. Got my nanofab. Could have hit any of the other ones. No, go straight for the one with the nanofab. Okay, we'll try to build another one.
Order is returning.
Things are cooling off.
Violence is abating.
Public opinion is moving in our direction. We are winning their hearts and minds.
We have completed battle stations. We're going to follow up with the green arc batteries, so that'll make the ones in space a little bit better at defending. If we go to the Mercury habs, I might go through the Earth ones as well. But first, let's start with the Mercury ones, where we actually need to hold these, otherwise we don't have any resources. Each one of these is going to get one of its labs, or no, going to get one of its LDAs upgraded. We might go upgrade the other one as soon as the first one's built, but. Okay, so that's Mercury doing what it can to defend itself. And Earth, I think I only have one LDA on each of these, right? So I don't want to bring the LDA off to build the battle station. So over at the quarters here. Oh, you have two LDAs. So you're going to upgrade one. You're going to start building a battle station. And enough power to power it. You have one LDA. I don't want to bring it offline, so we will build a second one. And I think one solar farm should be enough to cover the power deficit that the introduction of it will cause. No. We need a second one. We have an LDA here. We're going to upgrade it. Or we have 2 there, so we're going to upgrade 1. Upgrade 1. Upgrade 1. Honestly, we only ever need 1 of the battle stations. Because if it's going to tear through 1 battle station, it's going to tear through 2 battle stations. Except maybe the ground ones. Okay. So if that goes well, that will give us the ability to defend a bit more of our stuff in valuable orbits. The lower value orbits are low enough value, they're just leaving them alone. And again, there's not much we could do. If they showed up at this mining outpost base, the base is screwed. There's not much we can do about that. And they're far enough away to keep the humans off of them, so we haven't been bothering to defend them. So as you're the only other one we should probably keep upgrading. Oh, you're not online because the core isn't online. That's fine. There we go. So this one will work. We'll want to swap over to probably Diffusion when we go to build the Spaceworks. But this is more to keep it intact while it builds, because it'll be done on the 11th of August. Oh, I suppose it'll all be done on the 11th of August, so... Okay, so we'll have all the solar panels done. The battle station will be a little bit later. But the battle station should still be done with like a month. Yeah, within a month of the core being done. At which point the LDA becomes surplus to requirements, and we can probably tear out all the tier 2 stuff and start replacing with tier 3 at that point.
I don't know if you caught it yesterday, a little interesting.
With either fission or fusion. We're probably still far enough out, it won't be fusion at that point. Arrived at Poseidon's station. Okay. That's their station, I think, not mine.
At your service.
Okay, you can federate Djibouti. Why can't I declare war in Atria? War requirements for Atria to declare war on... or... I'd actually want it the other way around. Let's stick on them, right? Fail. Must be rivals, pass. Must be capable of attacking with at least 1 army, pass. African Union, not a breakaway nation, pass. Can't be allied with allies of Eritrea that have armies. Forces have direct access to Eritrea via adjacency or navies. Isn't that adjacent? I'm confused. Or do I need the army adjacent to them? That might be what it is.
We must persuade the people.
Acknowledged. We'll make our appeal.
Ready for orders.
Ready to go.
Do you need either of those nations, or either of those orgs for that persuasion? Looks like a no. I mean, for skills, not necessarily the raw persuasion. Because then we can do the emitter and +1 persuasion and put him right back where he was, but we freed up the 4 stars with an org slot. And you would like to stabilize nations at some point, maybe? So grab that, do the stabilize. And then we can save the other 2 for something else. Okay, I see what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna move the mining orgs to you. And then we can put the one of the persuasion orgs on you. There we go. Grab some persuasion. There we're good. Okay. Let's confirm these actions, let some time pass.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, so we need to keep waiting there. We got the small fleet of Marines there.
Things are cooling off.
There's 20% more research. So we're up at 7.2k, so that's great. And more battleships. Desperately needed battleships. Did I touch a battleship with the wrong one? Might have touched the battleship with the wrong one. That was science, right? It's this type of science. How reasonably cheap is the golf community? 5k. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It would probably be better in the long run to go Caliphate, but this allows us to make them a little bit bigger. Short run. Army isn't in position yet.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side. We have moved the needle.
There's the Materials Institute. I'm going to have you keep working on labs, getting us the labs. did the xenology one. I either don't have it or have done that one. We know we have that one. No, we have that one. I think I have the first of this one, but not the other one. I don't think we have the energy one, but the energy one isn't showing, probably meaning we're missing a prerequisite. Okay. Let's work on the research campus. At some point, once we actually feel secure, we will want to be building research campuses to really crank the science. Although, the goal is really to get up to 10k science a month, and we're up to 7.2 without using research institutes, so it shouldn't be too hard. We're launching for low mercury. Hopefully if they're coming for us, our battle stations will be online by the time they get here. They probably won't be, to be fair, but...
Ready to go.
Okay, so we now have an army... next to them. Like, physically that's next to them, so I'm surprised we can't start something. So Tria can't declare. And we're failing because must have a direct to Tria via adjacent agency or navies. Game? How are those not adjacent to each other? It might literally be quicker at this point. I obviously don't control Tria. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so the European Union can declare war because they have a navy. But the adjacent nation can't for reasons. Except for loss of cohesion declares before 17th of July. Okay, so we'll wait until the middle of July, and then we'll have the EU declare to drag the African Union in Russia, and we'll send the EU and the Eurasian Union armies in, and the African Union army in to add Eritrea. And when can you... Now. Oh, you can federate now, which is gonna put it on
Time to
cooldown,
make our
so
move.
we'll do that. Nope, I should get ships under construction. Yeah, I put a battleship in the wrong one. Move the battleship over to the right one. And the monitors are fast enough they can, in theory, merge. Or go chase other guys down, so... Okay, so we got 7 and 7. So let's build 3 battleships and 3... Well, 3 battleships and 2 of the other one, because we're going to only build 5 at a time, but... Build... 152 days for you. Then the monitors. Vanquisher class monitor. 55 days. I'll actually build back up to 10, which will be 110 days.
Lending my expertise.
move the needle.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will come to our side.
Mission complete.
True innovation does not occur by forcing others to accept our opinions. It occurs when we combine multiple ideas to create something new, something better. Superior Judith Howell, interview with the American Christian Television System.
Scientists around the world have gained a full understanding of advanced vision systems. We contribute the most, and let's get to select the next thing. So that's working towards magnetic nozzles. So we need magnetic nozzles and deuterium tritium fusion to get the tier 1 fusion drives. Well, I think we can skip this one if we were to do antimatter into antimatter propulsion. Which is past antimatter mass production. So quite a way off. Space tourism actually wouldn't be too terrible. I need more money, although we don't necessarily need the money right now. Oh, what do I need for tier 3 farms? Definitely need those tier 3 farms. Full farm. Design of life forms. Design of life forms needs transform pages. So as much as transform pages is... Well, as much as predictive genetics here is worthless, we need to work up that way to get to the farms, and we want the farms. Okay, offers gun sight. We are trying to do magnetic weapons right now, so let's take the 1% extra damage to magnetic weapons. Here's research campus. Not that we're necessarily ready to do anything with that. Again, we need more money. Yeah, looks like we had more labs come online, so we're up to, or actually down to 6.3 because we're working on less efficient techs at the moment, or at least working on them less efficiently. I suppose we're working on a lot of military and a lot of life science.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, waiting for the cooldown so we can start the war. A couple cycles and we'll be good for that. Working on the tech for you to do unifications. And not great that your economy's declining. We'd like to keep over 50k. Do we push the economy a little harder? I say we push the economy a little bit harder. Yeah, working knowledge there. Resting region is actually 10 here, so we probably want to back off on that for the moment. Yeah, I suppose I probably want you either hunting the bioform. Let's hit the bioforms.
Heading to the
Or public campaigning, where I'm going to expand next, but we're not really looking to expand right now.
Lending my
On Earth.
expertise.
Try not to make everyone focus me more. Okay, so there's the LDA there. We do have a battle station, I think, under construction. Yeah, we got a battle station under construction here. But with that, we should be able to move the acquisition fleet, the Marines. To their next target. Hadron Station. Gotta keep him out of low Earth orbit. Or in this case, ISIS or ISS orbit. And we assault Pab.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Space Medical Center is complete. A tech standpoint, that's good. Such hydrogen tank wouldn't be too bad. As a stopgap, we're waiting for text to pop up. Because the fission one did unlock a lot of the techs we're kind of interested in at the moment. So when we meet the move requirements. So yeah, advanced fission systems. Poseidon Lantern. Well, there's only 42% chance of Poseidon Lantern, so that might not happen. We've apparently got the Spinal and Neutron Lantern up to 100%, so that should pop at some point. Also needed for the terawatt gas core fission. We really want some big gas core reactors. That does allow me to do a Lodestar Fission Lantern. That might be a lot better than my current light bulbs, especially for pushing the larger ships. High power nuclear gas core drive. Capable of extremely high thrust for a fission regime. Or the flare drive. That one's open cycle, so that'll actually save us a lot of weight on radiators. Not very power efficient, so they're going to need a big power plant, but... And these are also the terawatt gas core ones. And then Firestar, Fission Lantern. Again, that's a line we could work up. And it's actually a line I'm kind of tempted to work up just to get something a little bit more capable for our battleships, which is what we're trying to use.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Taking over Hydron. Working from bottom to top. Space dock. Admin node, because we haven't upgraded anything better. Op center, same thing, we don't have the upgrade to that yet. I'll do the LDA, because I think we only need the LDA to keep the humans off. Eventually we're going to want the battle station to keep the aliens off. As you do. Although the aliens probably aren't even really going to get stopped by the battle station either. And then I should pick one of the tier 3 sciences we haven't done yet, that we have, and pick it up. So done Xeno, did space. Did military. Don't think I've done materials yet, so let's do 3 materials. And then again, enough power to power it. That's another solar farm, and then we're good. For the moment.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Poseidon Lantern. Okay, well, we're not going to go up the gas core for running the lantern.
Target destroyed.
Although I don't think the lantern's particularly cheap. 35,000. Although rating 20.3 with a 6 for the exhaust velocity. So, and open cycle. So open cycle means it's going to be fairly radiator cheap to operate. A parallel drive relying on a steady nuclear detonation using an enriched uranium tetrabromide. Yes, I want an engine capable of pushing the battleships. Well, actually, also incapable of pushing the Lancers. That might be something we also try to swing up to, is move to Lancers. Especially if we get the neutron spinal lance. We have accumulated sufficient resources to build a mining outpost on Mars. Yeah, we did that a while ago, and then someone blew it up.
Standing by.
And I'm not just gonna throw stuff at Mars. Yeah, more persuasion. Okay, and you can federate the 2 that we control, right? So UAE and Kuwait are quiet. And apparently you can declare war on Qatar and Yemen. But let's do the Federate first. That sounds
Ready
like
to
it's
go.
less likely to get me into trouble.
Heading to the capital.
Standing by for orders.
Lending my expertise.
There's the slush hydrogen tank. If we get the hydrogen trap, that would be nice as well. And yeah, I don't think we've got lucky with the spinal neutron lance, although apparently we had a 100% chance to get it, so it should be coming up. Get a little more boost in the meantime.
The people will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, so these are monitors deploying. So there's 2 of the monitors. I think that's supposed to go to 303. Yeah, 303. And then we got another one coming in 55 days. Oh, have I upgraded the monitor's armor? That's actually a good question. Monitor. Vanquisher. Upgrade. No, the Vanquisher's still running the old armor. We should give it an armor upgrade. Adamantine. Adamantine. And yeah, that's some nice weight savings. Bit more cruise delta V, up to 5.8 without having to change anything else about the ship. Yeah, so if we keep 4.3, we should be able to do everything we were doing before. So we can actually save a little bit on the fuel in the tanks. Or I could up armor it, but realistically, these guys, they need to survive long enough to get their torpedoes away, and then letting them soak a little bit of damage to the frontal armor works, but it's not worth putting any side on them. And if we don't put any side on them, it really isn't worth putting much more on the front. Yeah. So yeah, that, in theory, made them cheaper. Maybe debatable if it had made them better. The game thinks it made it better. +1 combat strength. Oh no, -1 combat strength because they're smaller, apparently. Don't necessarily agree with that assumption, but the game actually thinks I made him weaker. If we go to refit, we've got one open dock. How quickly can I refit to that? 8 days. You know what? I'll poke one in every once in a while. Again, that's mainly... Actually, how much does that cost us? Not much. But yeah, maybe not a big savings. Maybe not really worth doing. The big thing here is sort of fuel efficiency, because they're lighter. Rig up an emergency cooling system. If we had an energy research center or an energy institute, so tier 2 or tier 3 energy, we'd be able to do lose a module instead of lose 4 modules or pay 1,000 water. We're gonna pay 1,000 water because we got the water. And then, pretty sure we have everything from the neutron. I'm saying 100%, but yeah, saying 100%. Just hasn't dropped yet.
Policy direction complete.
Federate. Kuwait. There's the spinal neutron lance.
Policy direction complete.
Federate UAE. This is the refit monitor. So back to 303. I mean, we're waiting for... Well, we're not exactly waiting for the Poseidon Lantern, but that would be useful. Run like Poseidon Lantern on the Lancer chassis with the neutron spinal lance. Might make a functional ship.
Where do you need me?
25th of October. And I suppose we could start some wars, but we don't know. You're allied to China. Okay, so declaring war on you would be bad, because that brings China in. You're allied with all of that mess, so yep. I think declaring on you is a bad plan. You're probably better off with the old Purge and Crackdown mix.
Work in the public.
Where do you need me? I will tell our story.
Acknowledged.
Lending my expertise.
Superconducting coil battery. We do need to one of these battery techs to get to battery farm, but which one doesn't really matter. Green arc laser battery. So replace that with the spinal neutron lance, which has a 50k cost, and it costs 3.6 exotics per launcher here. Keel-mounted weapon firing a stream of pure neutrons at the target, which causes massive damage to ship systems and crew. This is 10 times more radiation damage than the particle lance. So attaching like one or two of these lancers to the fleets with the battleships, like, I think will be very effective at dealing with flankers. Or any ship in general, to be fair, because it's going to have 1k range, very high rate of fire, very high armor penetration, so yeah, just... And you have a bunch of resistant damage, and you have a bunch of resistant damage. And on the smallest ships, probably enough damage to actually blow them up, which is something the particle lance often struggles with.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've moved the needle.
We have moved the needle.
If these results are accurate, we're about to upend the entire medical system. Not a soul outside this room can hear about it until we're certain our patents are watertight. And once they are, the golden age begins. Gentlemen, we're about to profit from life itself. Chairman Soren van Wyk.
Okay. So with that, we want to follow up with transform phages, because we're looking for, I think, design a life form? For... yeah, design a life form for the agriculture. And then you have... oh, you don't have your dock yet ready.
Cleaning things up.
I'm getting confused. So it's not yet time for the Marines to move once again. While I'm thinking about it, let's do a quick ship design for the Lancer. So we're going to want a Lancer at some point. The question is, what are we shoving on it? Right now, light bulb is probably the best drive I've got. We're working on a replacement. So we're going to assume we're running the light bulb because it's what we have. It's not going to be fast enough, let's just say, or not enough fuel to be really effective. Tier 3 targeting computer, the ECM we've got for the moment. We got lots of utility slots on here, so we should run stuff in those utility slots. This one I'm going to design is probably going to be just a laser ship. Well, that was the... well, I could run the liquid hydrogen containment for the extra fuel efficiency, so we'll run that anyway. And then, where's the laser engine? Oh, I gotta have a laser before it's gonna put the laser engine on. Fair enough. Nose. I haven't researched the laser cannon yet. Never mind. Can't put a laser cannon on the front until I've got one. Although we can use the spinal particle lance as a stand-in for the neutron lance. That works. And then we do probably point defense arc turrets, and one torpedo bay as a fallback in case the neutron lance doesn't actually reliably kill things. On fire salvo, so I get to decide when it shoots. We don't have lasers on here, so we don't need laser engine. However, we have the particle weapon, so we'll do a bunch of cyclotrons to buff its power that way. And then, yeah, adamantine armor. At least 180 is what we really want for survival purposes. .5 is getting pretty comparable with what we already had. And this is a bigger ship, so the armor is taking up a smaller portion of the ship. I'm a little bit tempted to go up to 10 on the sides, just so that the any flankers that get around tickle it. Although that you're seeing what that does to our Delta V. Yeah, the tail armor wouldn't be a problem, it's the side armor that's the problem there. Right, we're going... Yeah, it's half the weight of the ship at that point. Which, if that's what you need, that's what you need, but... And yeah, so we're looking for an alternative to the light bulb drive. Actually, thinking about it, we're going to leave the liquid hydrogen containment off, because I don't think... Well, we wouldn't be able to create this technically in the Poseidon drive anyway, but the Poseidon drive won't be able to run it. Which might be what we're going to use. So this is sort of a baseline for what the Lancer may in fact look like. Just swap out the spinal particle lance for the neutron lance. Direction energy launch systems. Let's start clearing out a bunch of the cheaper ones for the social science. Okay, so a bunch of our Mercury emplacements are now significantly more fortified. So the question here is, do I go 2 battle stations or 1? Huge versus large. In theory, it's a tripling of their capacity to drive the aliens off. Whether that's tripling 0 or tripling an effectiveness is a different question. Effective amount. I suppose there's also a pretty heavy cost increase, right? That's probably what should be stopping us. Because we're going from 1 volatile a month to 3 volatiles a month. It's almost tripling the cost. Almost, because the nobles don't triple, the nobles only double. Yeah, I think I'm not going to bother. There's maybe an argument actually even go and replace the LDA, but again, I'm going to hold off on that. Terawatt gas core fission reactor. That's a potential option. That might be cheaper than trying to get the Poseidon Lantern, to be fair. Okay, well, looking at the time, I think it is time to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We might, during tomorrow's part, actually get to the neutron lance actually being done. We'll see. 50k is quite a bit. Oh, and the game's predicting that's going to take us 3 years, apparently. Yeah, the game's predicting that's going to take 3 years. We'll see if it actually takes us 3 years. I think part of that is because we've got 3 military techs we're investing in. When one of those finishes, and the first one's slated to finish next January, I think the other ones will speed up. And I think we got some military labs under construction. I think we have more military science coming along, so that'll speed it up as well. And yeah, we might try to work on an alternative in case the Poseidon Lantern and its heavy consumption of fissiles is too much. But yeah, this is what we're going to work on. Hopefully we can get back into space. If we can take over Mars again, we'll be in a much happier state. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll be put up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I can take a short break, get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to record 1 more hour. And then we'll be done for the night. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.